Hello there, my name is Ogodino Uche Jude. So our topic for discussion today is cosine rule. So before we go into much details, how to use cosine rule to solve triangles completely and so on and so forth, let's go through our lesson objective for the day. So our lesson objective, at the end of the lesson, the student should be able to derive the cosine rule, use the cosine rule to calculate lengths and angles in triangle, use the sine and cosine rule to solve triangles, apply cosine rule to real life situations such as bearing and distances. So given any triangle ABC, acute angled and obtuse angle triangles that are given below, let's see how to use them to solve or derive the cosine rule formula. So to prove c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos c. So let's make this a bit realistic by going to the board. So for the first diagram, if you want to derive, this is the first diagram. A, B, C. This is angle A. This is A minus X. This is X. This is N. This is my C. This is my B. This is my H. So we are going to prove with these letterings. So anymore? All right. So if we want to prove now, we want to prove that c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared and so on and so forth. All right, let's start. Now in triangle ACN, this triangle ACN, this is your hypotenuse. This is a right angle triangle. So this is your hypotenuse. The side facing, that side facing the 90 degree or the right angle. But when you're in junior class, you were told because of they wanted to make it easy, the longest side is hypotenuse. That's not the case. Any side that faces the right angle itself, that's 90 degree, is your hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. All right. Then this is a minus x, and this is what? H. So using Pythagoras theorem, then c squared is equal to what? A minus x squared. This your adjacent and this is your opposite if this is the angle. So any one of them can take your opposite because the angle is not given. This can be opposite, adjacent, and so on. So h squared. So what do you do now? Expand. Expand this. A minus x into a minus x plus h squared. So that will give us c squared is equal to a squared minus, when you finish expanding, okay, let me do this one this time around. If not, I wanted to just go directly. So a squared, this times this, a squared, this times x, minus ax, minus this times this again, minus ax, then plus, minus minus is plus, x times x will give us x squared plus h squared outside. So c squared will now give us what? A squared plus or minus 2ax plus x squared plus h squared. Now, look at this two. Going back to this, let's bring out the smaller triangle. This triangle ANC or A in triangle ABN. Sorry, this first triangle we used was ABN. All right, now in triangle ACN, in triangle ACN, this is your B, this is your X, and this is your what? Your H. So this is also a right angled triangle. This is your hypotenuse. So B squared is equal to X squared plus H squared. Plus H squared. Look at it, X squared plus H squared. It therefore means I can turn this to C squared is equal to A squared minus 2AX plus B squared. So collect this one and this. Let this move over to this place. A squared plus B squared minus 2AX. So we need to do something to this X to get the formula. Let's go back to this triangle. Now, you know that cos is what? Adjacent. Cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. But this time around, cos C, let's use cos C, is equal to, what's the adjacent? This is the adjacent because H is the opposite. So cos C is equal to, adjacent is X over hypotenuse is B. It therefore means, so I'm going to rub this other part off. This part, I'm going to rub it off. So cos C is equal to X over B. If we cross multiply, X is equal to B cos C. So going back to this place, C square is equal to A square plus B square minus 2A. Instead of writing X, you write B cos C. B cos C. This is a cosine formula. This is your cosine formula. We have two triangles there. Let's use the second one also to prove. So this is how your cosine formula was derived. So let's prove the second one using the second diagram. All right. This is the second diagram. So this is right angled. This is your A. This is your B. And this is your NCX ACB. This is an angle here. Then from this place to this place is what? A plus X. That's from here to here is A plus X. A plus X. Is that all? Yep. So if we are going to prove now, the whole triangle ABN is right angled. So what we are going to do now is what? C square is equal to, so this place is A, C square is equal to what? A square plus A plus X square. C square is equal to, let's start with A plus X square plus H square. Hypotenuse, forget about this one now. We're only dealing with this larger one. So that's why we say triangle ABN, the bigger triangle. Forget about the middle part now. So this is a right angle triangle, and this is C square is equal to A plus X square. Adjacent square plus what? Opposite square. You can decide to start with anyone. This one can come here, this time. They are commutative, meaning you can interchange. So C square is equal to, if you expand this will give us A square plus 2AX plus X square plus H square. So let's still do something to this. C square will now give us A square plus 2AX plus, now, X plus H square. Going to this smaller triangle, ACN. ACN. So this is your what? B square. From this smaller triangle, ACN. Let me draw it out. ACN, right angle triangle. This is your B, this is your X, this is your H. So B square is equal to H square plus X square. B square is equal to H square plus X square, or X square plus what? H square. So this one now, from this, X square plus H square will now turn to B square. So I can say C square is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AX. Now, to get this angle cos C, this side was given to you already. Then the total of this angle will be what? 180. If this is my C, look at the angle here. This is the C, C, C. Big C, smaller C. So this is the angle. Then this other angle is 180 minus C. So cos C, cos 180 minus C is equal to what? Minus cos C. Remember, from your, that's if you want to change angles from the four cardinal points of angles, that's if you are dealing with this, all students take CAT, your trigonometry. When the first quadrant is positive, all of them is positive, second quadrant, only sign is positive, and so on and so forth, you remember. So in the second quadrant, cos is negative. So if we say 180 minus C, that means we are assuming that this should be negative, your answer should be negative. So if that is the case, it therefore means minus cos C is equal to, and we know that cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent over hypotenuse. So going back to this smaller triangle, what is the adjacent there? X. Over, what's the hypotenuse? B. Adjacent hypotenuse. So if you make S the subject of the formula, that will give us minus B cos C. So what do you replace here? Replacing this. That's from this place. C square is equal to A square plus 2B square plus 2AX. So that becomes C square is equal to A square plus B square plus 2A into minus B cos C. So this minus times minus will give us C square is equal to, okay, let me use a larger space so that you can see it when you are watching the video. So this becomes C square is equal to A square plus B square minus times plus gives us minus 2AB cos C. So anyway, we still have, if we use the first one and the second one, C square is what? A square plus B square minus 2AB cos C. Also, A square is equal to B square plus C square minus 2BC cos A. So what's the pattern here? Let's finish with B. B square is equal to A square plus C square minus 2AC cos B. So this is it. If you're looking for C square and the triangle has ABC as the angle and sides ABC, if you're looking for C square, the next one should be A square plus B square minus 2AB. Repeat this one, but don't put square, cos C. A square is equal to B square plus C square. You see, when you wrote A, or when you have written A, you don't need to write A again here. So B square plus C square, then 2BC. Look at this, AB, BC, BC. Then cos A, cos what you are starting with, cos C. This one, the same thing. B square is equal to A square plus C square minus 2AC cos B. So that is how to memorize this formula. And we are going to apply this formula right now. All right. So let's go back to the slide to see our first example. We've done all this, we've proved this. Okay, example 1. Find AB, line AB. We're looking for line AB in the figure below. So stop share. Right. This is what we are going to look for right now. We are looking for y centimeter. So if you are going to look for y centimeter, if this place is small y, let's make it easy. By making this one, I've started with the solution already. This is big Y, the angle big Y. So let me put big A here and put big B here. Remember that angles are represented with capital letters. So this is the side facing the angle. So small b to represent it. This is small b, the side facing the angle. Then this is the side facing this angle. This is what? Small a. So let me write the A like this. A is equal to 3 centimeter. I'm looking for y centimeter. So we are going to use the what? The cosine formula. Y square is equal to, the ones that I've given to us are A square plus B square minus 2. Remember AB, then cos Y, cos capital letter Y. So Y square, which is this, line AB is Y square. Let me write from the beginning. AB, line AB is what? Y. Or sorry, line AB is y, not y squared. But when you are solving, use y squared. So y squared is equal to a squared. What's our small a? 3 squared. Plus what's our small b? 5 squared minus 2 times 3 times 5 cos 102. 102 degrees. So y squared is equal to 9 plus 25 minus 2 times 3, 6. 6 times 5, 30 cos 102 degrees. So you add this first. So y square will give me 9 plus this should give me what? 34 minus 30 cos this. So if you use your calculator directly, your calculator will give you minus something, 0 point something, 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 and so on. So minus times minus will give you plus. Or if you remember how to use your quadrants, then this should be minus cos. Let's use a better part of the board. This should be this part, y square is equal to 34 minus, then this side should be what? Minus 180, that's minus cos 180 minus 102. So whatsoever you get as answer, it will give you positive answer. Let's say 0.73 and so on, so on and so forth. Then you add to this. So let's go back to our slide to actually see the answer. So hope you understand this step. The most important thing is how to solve. Calculator can do the rest. If you use your calculator directly to give you a negative value, that negative value, say minus, minus, plus, add that value to this, and that will be your answer. So sorry, I'm only talking about cos 102. So cos 102 times this will give a larger value that you can add to this. So let's go back to our slide. Okay. This is what I'm saying. Cosine rule. Sorry. Which one are we solving? Wow, I'm solving the second question. Okay, I'm solving example 2. So, okay, let's solve example 2, then we'll go back to example 1. So this is what I'm saying here. Look at what I'm saying now. See what I'm saying? They use this 78 degrees, not 780, 78 degrees. So 30 times minus this. They use the quadrant method, and that quadrant method now is 1 minus cos 180 minus bracket, or sorry, look at it on the board, minus cos bracket 180 minus what? 102. You got 78. So the answer will give you a negative number. That's why this minus times minus turn to plus here. Then 30 times whatsoever the value has given you. So cos 78 is 0.2079. Cos 102 will give you the same thing but minus. So when you add them together, 30 times this now, this will give you 6.237. Add up together and you get your answer. So you look for the square root of your answer because it was y square. Y square gave you this. So square root will now give us 6.34 centimeter. So let's go to example 1. Example 1. So I'm going to copy this example 1 before I continue. Example 1. Hope you understand this. Okay, example 1. Find AB in fig below. Find AB. Okay, example 1 is not here. So these are example 1. A, B, X centimeter, 80 degrees, 2 centimeter, this C, and 3 centimeter. So let's stop share. So going to the board now. Right. Okay, we are looking for X centimeter, which is AB. Line AB is equal to what? X centimeter. So this is my small a. Look at facing this angle. This is small c, and this is what? Small b. So what are we looking for? We are looking for x, so let's use c to make it easier. You know that c is equal to x. So c squared is equal to what? A squared plus b squared minus 2ab, then cos c that was given to you. So just fixing the formula there, c squared is equal to 3 squared plus, what's b? 2 squared minus 2 times 3 times 2 cos 80. So c squared will give us 9 plus 4 minus, this is in the first quadrant. So you will not use, you don't need to say 180 minus anything. Just use your calculator directly. 2 times 3, 6 times this 12 cos 80. So because it's in first quadrant, your answer will be positive. Positive times negative, this will still remain positive. So 13 minus whatsoever this gives you. So going back to the slide. So this is what we are saying. You get 12 times 0.1736 will give us 13 minus your answer. X squared is equal to this square root to two significant figures, 3.33. You have one here, so one is not up to that, 3.33 centimeter to 2xf. Okay, moving on to the next one. We've done example 2. So let's see example 3. Calculating AC. It's virtually the same thing. So in order not to waste much time, we'll just go straight and see how to solve. So I hope you understand the first two. We'll use that one to solve. So this is my small b, this is my small c, this is my small c because it's facing c, and this is my small a. You are looking for b. So what's the formula? Thank you very much. That's right. B squared is equal to a squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos. What did I just say? Okay, let's go over it again. B squared is equal to a squared plus c squared minus 2ac cos b. That's right. Okay, then when you do everything virtually right, you're going to get the answer. D squared plus this square, add this one first, then cos this is in second quadrant, so it's going to give you a negative value. That negative value minus times this minus becomes plus. Add this and this together, so you get your answer. So you use your calculator at the home to do that. So calculating angles. If you want to calculate angles when three sides are given, this is the formula. Cos A is equal to a squared plus b squared minus c squared over 2bc. How are this formula derived? Okay, let's go over to the board to see how they were derived before we start using them. So remember or recall that a squared is equal to b squared minus b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos what? A, right? All right. So we want to make this the subject of the formula. Is it not simple enough? Take this one with the minus to this side. Then this one should move to this side. That's easy. So that gives us 2bc minus close to that side becomes plus cos A is equal to this one. They are the landlord, so they remain here. They're the owner of this particular position, b squared plus c squared. Then this one goes here. It was plus, turns to minus c minus a squared. So divide both side by what? I can't hear you. That's right. Divide both side by 2bc. 2bc. So cos A is equal to what? B squared plus c squared minus a squared all over 2bc. So the same goes for others. If you have c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos c, do the same thing. Then you get the what? The formula. So it therefore means that the next formula cos b will be equal to what? A squared plus b squared minus, sorry, a squared plus c squared minus b square all over what? 2ac. Cos c will be equal to what? A square plus b square minus c square all over 2ab. So that is how the formula was derived. So let's apply to question now. So the question, what example is that? Okay, this example 4. Example 4. Example 4. So we are going to calculate all the angles of this triangle. I might just calculate only one. Then you do the rest at home. It's very simple. 4, 7. So what do you do now? This is A, right? So that means this is big angle A. So that means this place is what? Small a equal to 4. Small b is equal to 5. Small c is equal to 7. And we said that cos A is equal to b square plus c square minus a square all over 2bc. So very simple. So cos A is equal to b is what? 5 square plus c is what? 4 square minus a square. What's a there? 4. Sorry. B is 5 square. C is what? 7. 7 square minus what? A is 4 square all over 2 times B is 5 times C is what? 7. So cos A will give us 25 plus 49 minus 16 all over 2 times 5, 10 times this will give us what? 70. So cos A is equal to 25 plus 49. 25 plus 49. Okay, let's do it together. 25, 49, 14, carry 1. 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1, 7. 74. So 74 minus 16. This is 6. 14 minus 6. This is what? 8. 58. So that's 58 over 70. 58 over 70. So A will now be cos arc whatsoever this gives you in decimal fraction, 0 points. So let's go to our slide to see the answer. Okay, we're already in our slide. Wow. Oh, I didn't. All right. I'll go over it again. I'll go over it again. So from the question, our A is 4, our B is 5, our C is what? 7. So let's look for angle A first. Cos A is equal to B square plus C square minus A square all over 2BC. So cos A will give me B is 5 square plus 7 square minus 4 square all over 2 times 5 times 7. I'm just fixing in what B represents, what everything represents. So it's simple. So cos A will now give me 25 plus 49 minus 16 all over 2 times 5 times 7. And we got what? We got 58 over 70. So cos A. So A, to get the angle itself is cos arc. What will this give you when you divide 58 by 70? Or when you divide, 58 by 70, you are going to get 0 points. You can stop in 4 decimal places, whatsoever, 4 decimal places. Then arc sine of that. So let's go back to slide now. So 58 over 70. So our A will give us 34.04 and so on and so forth. The same thing with B. Follow the same step. Use the formula. Do the same thing. Arc sine, or sorry, arc cos. After you get B, arc cos whatsoever. This is what you are going to look for. Arc cos 0.7143 and you get the degrees. The same thing for C. Do the same thing. 4 squared plus 5 squared minus 7 squared. 2 times 4 times 5. You get a negative value, minus 80 over 40. Divide, you get minus 0. This. Look for second function of cos of this in your calculator, which is called arc cos or inverse cos. That's inverse cos minus 0.2000, and you get 101.54. So to check your answers for this triangle, add all the angles you've gotten. You will add up to approximately 180 or exactly 180. So moving on to the next one, bearing and distances. So for this bearing, I will need to write out the question first so that we can interpret and solve. So bearing. Bearing and distance. And distance. So the question is example 5. 3 towns A, B, C are situated so that AB is equal to 60 kilometer and AC is equal to 100 kilometer. The bearing of B from A is 060 degrees, and the bearing of C from A is 290 degrees. Calculate A, BC, distance BC, then B, the bearing of B from C. B from C. So you are calculating the bearing of B from C. So let's go back to our board. All right. So if we are going to solve this now, 3 towns A, B, C are situated so that AB is 60 kilometer and AC is 100 kilometer. The bearing of B from A is 60 degree. From A is 060, and the bearing of C from A is 290. So our bearing is from A. So this is the bearing. Remember, north, south, east, west. So this is a 3-digit bearing, 060 degree. We start from here, 0 to 60. It will not complete 90. So this place is taking as 60 degrees. This is your north. Okay. So the bearing of B from A. So the bearing is from A. This is B. Remember from the beginning, AB was given as 60 kilometer. Line AB. 60 kilometer. Let's say this is someone's house to school. So this is the bearing. That's what you are calculating. So the next one, and the bearing of C from A is 290. C from A. So it's from A. You start again. Look for somewhere under, complete 90, 180, then 270 is not to 290. So 290 will be at the fourth quadrant. Look at how you are doing it. First, second. 290 should be somewhere here. Then you draw. So this one is what? 100. So this 100 should be longer. Make it a bit longer. So this is our C. And AC was 100, or is 100 kilometer. So that is what? AC. So I'm going to do something like this. Cross it here. So it comes at the middle. This one the same thing. Let me remove this C. Cross at the middle. Joint here. So this is my angle C. Now, they said it's 290 already. So calculate BC. I'm going to calculate BC, this line BC. So let's calculate. So joining, you are going to join like this. Sorry. Yep. So we've joined like that. So let's get this angle. To get this angle, this place is already 60. So what should have made it complete now? If this place is 290, look at this from here to here. Let me make it wider so I see what I'm saying. The first one was 60, so we are done with that. Inside 60. But the second one is what? Look at the first one, 60 out. Then look at this second one now, 290. 290. From this place to this place is 290. Or from this point to this point is 290. So to make it complete is 360. It therefore means this remaining part should be 360 minus 290. 360 minus 290. 0. 6 minus cannot go. This should give us what? 70, right? Yes. So that's 70. So this point should be what? 70. So we've gotten that part. What do you need to do now? Add 70 plus 60. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add 70 plus 60. So drawing another triangle, this place should be what? 130 degrees. This place is what? 60 kilometer. This is point C, point B, point A. This is 100 kilometer. This is 60 kilometer. So we are good to go. So we are asked to look for BC. BC should be what? Small a. So I don't really need the question anymore. We use the diagram to calculate now. So let's calculate with this diagram. Okay. We are looking for small a. So using your cosine rule, a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos a. So a squared is equal to what's b? This is your small b, 100, facing this angle. So 100 squared plus what's c? This is your small c, facing this angle, 60 squared, minus 2 times 100 times 60. Cos a is what? 130. So it's in second quadrant. So a squared will now give me, this one will give me 10,000. 10,000 this will give me 10,000 plus this will give me 3,600 minus 2 times 6, 12. 2 times 6, 12. 1, 2, 3. 3, 0. 12,000 cos 130. So if you look for cos 130, get a negative fraction minus 0 point whatsoever. Minus times minus will give you plus. Multiply this by this, and you get your a squared. So let's use the help of the slide.